going through a project
Yeah,
to
not yet.
learn this. It's not something like that. Oh, okay, understood. Sorry, can you come again with your experience in Salesforce?
Salesforce, I didn't have any hands-on experience yet.
Understood. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Baji. Thank you. And OnePlus, I don't know. What's your name? You have connected it from your mobile.
My name is Pavani Manoj.
Pavni. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, my name is Pavani. I'm currently working on admin part. Now I'm looking into developer. So I'm choosing this platform to learn more about Omni Studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
So currently, all three of you don't have any kind of project requirements for now. So the only purpose is to learn whatever whatever the course content we have in the Omnis Studio. Those are the things that you are going to learn. Okay, understood.
Yes.
Understood. Okay. So once again, let me present my screen. Let me know once the screen is up.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Thank you. So as part of the velocity training, we are going to learn mostly about the Omni Studio components. So Omnis Studio and Velocity both are same. So in case in the interviews, if they ask you about to explain whether you have worked on Omnis Studio, you can tell them that yes, you have worked on it. Before Salesforce has acquired Velocity, uh, all the terms used to be kind of whatever the certifications that you have seen. So it used to be something like Velocity Omniscripts, Velocity Data Raptors, and Velocity IPs, which we call it as integration procedures. After Salesforce has acquired the Velocity in 2020, they have changed the term to Omnis Studio. So within this Omnis Studio, we will be discussing about this course content. So within this course content, we do have the uh, Omniscripts, flexcards, IPs, and data raptors. So before going into the course outline, so what we are supposed to do is what is the purpose of this velocity and why it has a huge demand right now in the market? Because if you see the current market, you have a lot of openings on velocity, and there are only very less developers working on it. So that is the advantage you are having on velocity, that you can easily get if you are looking for any kind of job interviews, or else if in case if you are not getting calls on Salesforce development or as a Salesforce developer, sorry, on admin roles, you won't be getting that. But if you mention that you are having a velocity in your resume, so automatically you will be getting a huge number of calls, that I can easily guarantee you. So that is the advantage we have of velocity. One of the main reasons that why it has a huge demand is, let's say if using a Salesforce license, there is a work that you are supposed to finish within 25 days. The same work you can achieve by working on the velocity within 12 days. So it's like you can easily launch whatever the products that you have into the market within less span of time. So it's almost like cutting down your time to launch the product. And the other thing is, uh, this velocity licenses are a bit costly compared to the Salesforce. So one of the main reasons why velocity is getting such a huge demand is we call velocity as something like industries cloud. So whatever the industry is, so if it is a automotive and automobile industries, or else if it is a media and entertainment, when it comes to the insurances, telecom domains, so velocity is going to provide excuse me. So velocity is going to provide you some kind of industry specific solutions. Let's say if using the admin, you need to create one kind of healthcare. So if it comes in under the healthcare domain, so it's like you need to create the patient details, doctor details, hospitals, and whatever the claims that they are going to provide it on the insurances. So it's like for every domain, you need to create everything from scratch in case if we are going with admin. But here, what Velocity provides us, it is going to provide the industry specific solutions. If it is a kind of a real estate or else any kind of banking industry that you are supposed to create it from the scratch. So Velocity is going to provide you all the necessary data models out of it. So in this way, it's like you can easily make your changes on top of it. So it is going to provide you each and everything, whatever the business analyst or else the business solutions that they are going to propose. So it's like you don't need to create everything from scratch. So this is the advantage we have of Velocity. It is going to provide you some industry specific solutions. Uh,
Could you give some examples of any 2 to 3 industries?
let's say when it comes to the telecommunication domain, so you will be having you will be having the code, orders, and products. The same products you can't have it in the government cloud, so it is something like public sector cloud. So in case of public sector, you won't be selling any products in it, right? So public sector, it is kind of what kind of enforcement violations that the particular person has caused, and what kind of, and there are some kind of illegal obligations, so any kind of land occupation. So these are the kind of things that are only restricted to government. And within this, we won't be having any kind of hospital bills or else any kind of healthcare thing that we don't have it in the government cloud. And in case of communication cloud, we are going to sell the products. Selling in the sense, so you can sell the mobiles, internet. So nowadays, it's quite common to have an internet in every house, right? So you will be selling all the Wi-Fi related ones. Even you can sell the mobiles and some kind of digital voices. So these are the things that you can sell it within the communication cloud. And in case of banking, you won't be selling any kind of products. So for each and every specific domains, you will be having a respective data models.
On a whole, like normally, like Omni Studio or Velocity looks like a journey space, any kind of journey models, right? Like apart from these journeys, like are there any other implications or implementations in the clouds, in any kind of cloud journey or any kind of industry specific journeys? Apart
Yeah.
from journeys, do we have any kind of use with this Omni
So,
Studio?
so as you have worked on admin, so you might have come across all the kind of page layouts, and also in case if there is some kind of a guided journey where you need to create a record or else any kind of case you are supposed to create. So the same thing you are developing it on the admin side, right? In case if you want to create any kind of, apart from the records, so we are supposed to take care about the UI. Okay.
Yeah.
So without writing a single line of code, the things that we are doing it using the LWC, the same we can do it using the drag and drop tools, which is nothing but the velocity. So in case if I want to have the accordion, so are you aware of LWC?
No, yeah, but what I was asking is, uh, you're saying like you're explaining the usage of Omni Studio, but
Hmm.
uh, over the admin or what an admin does or an LWC. But what I
Hmm.
want is what are the other fields apart from the journey specific, any kind of journeys? Because if you see mostly flex cards and Omni Studio and everything, it goes via a journey phase. Like you go step by step or set
Hmm.
values or integration procedures using.
Correct.
So I know all these things, but what I'm looking for is, does it have anything outside of this package? Like where can these be used? Let us say we can use in any kind of flows. Can we call these kind of existing integration procedures, or can we use the data wrappers and these things in an LWC, or like, because we can use these things back to, like if we can call an Apex from Omni Studio, or we can call an LWC from Omni Studio and all those things. So does this Omni Studio, is it useful apart from just this kind of whatever the existing module that it has outside of
Hmm.
this? That's what I
Under-
was.
So it's like, can we call this components in our Apex classes or else on flows? So this is the question. So can we access
It's a
this?
type of correct. Yeah, but I'm also looking for these kind of usages in any kind of real time. If you can tell some examples.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely we can access them. So inside the flow, you can access the integration procedures, and you can even call this in your Apex classes. So yeah, we can call all of this. Even in your LWC, you can just call the flex cards and omniscripts. So there are quite few scenarios where we will be passing the data from omniscript to LWC and how to communicate the data from LWC to flex cards. So these are the things that anyways we are going to discuss. So these are all the future topics. So yes, it is possible to call all these components. Uh, is it clear, Pavani and Ankita?
Yes.
Manoj.
Okay. So this is about the velocity, and in our course we will be discussing mostly about the UI part. So as a velocity developer, what you are supposed to do is you need to enhance the UI functionalities. Later, if you are into a telecommunication domain where you are supposed to work on ESM card functionalities, so at the time we are going to mostly focus on the UI. But anyways, we will be discussing it further. So this
Sorry,
is the.
what is that ESM card? I didn't get.
I'll explain you. I'll explain you.
And could you repeat that? What did you say?
It's a
Some
ESM card, which is
SIM card or
ESM, Enterprise
okay,
Sales Management.
okay.
Anyways, I'll be explaining that to you. So this is our course outline. So where we will be having three layers. So one is the digital experience, which talks about the front end part, and service management is mostly about the back end. So how you are going to fetch the data, and this is something which is UI related. So in case if you are supposed to create any kind of user interfaces, we will be using the flex cards and omniscripts. Let's say suppose in case if I need to purchase one OTT subscription. So if I want to purchase any OTT subscriptions like Netflix or else any kind of Disney Hotstar, so you can see that we are having a different plans here. So if we want to purchase the mobile for ATP plan, so this is the plan that we are going to have. So tell me, so can I edit this information? Is it possible to edit this information?
No.
So in case if we want to have in case if we have this kind of requirement that user is not supposed to edit the UI, in this case, it's kind of completely a static data, right?
Yes.
So in case if our requirement is to build the static data kind of information, so in this case, we will be going with the flex cards.
Okay.
So flex card is nothing but the one which is going to display the um, static data. Static data in the sense which is going to provide the non-editable, uneditable data. And along with that, we do have some actions on it. So generally, we do have a standard definitions. So I just want to put everything in a simple terms. So flex card is nothing but a combination of data along with actions. So the moment when I click on next, so if you can see that we are having the email address and passwords. So it's something like which is going to interact with the user. Let's say if I want to purchase a specific product from Amazon or else on any kind of any kind of e-platforms, shopping platforms. So first thing I'll be doing is I'll be adding the product to the cart. After that, I'll be entering the details. So this is the specific address that I want to deliver it. And I'll be providing the details like phone number and email address. And later what we will be doing is we will be entering the payment method. So whether we want to have it, whether we want to pay it using a UPI or else credit card or else any kind of net banking. So it's like you are providing the inputs to the on the UI. So when I want to create this kind of UI, so I'll be going with the OmniScripts. So OmniScript is nothing but a kind of step-by-step guided interaction with the user. Anyways, we will be discussing these two things much more in depth. So I hope it is clear. So one is to display the static information, and the other one, if we want to provide any kind of dynamic data, dynamic information, we can say. So usually most of the people get confused between flex cards and omniscript. So when to use the flex card and when we are supposed to go with the omniscript. So these are the things. So this is the only thing you are supposed to be very clear with. To display the static information, go with the flex card. To display the dynamic information, go with the omniscripts. So this is about the digital experience, and we do have the service management. So we have the integration procedures, which we call it as IP, and these is called data raptors, which we call it as data DR, or else recently the term got changed to data mappers. So DRs and IPs. So in case if I want to fetch the internal data, so can anyone say what is internal data?
Means the data which is present in core Salesforce.
Correct. So if we want to fetch the internal data, which is nothing but Salesforce, to pull the data from Salesforce, we will be using the data raptors. And in case if I want to fetch the data from the external sources or else any kind of from third-party APIs. So in that case, I'll be using the integration procedures. So we will be covering much more in depth regarding these two topics. But this is what I want to put everything in a simple terms. To fetch the internal data, to fetch the external data, I'll be using the integration procedures. And to deploy our components, we will be using the IDX build tool and IDX workbench. And we can also deploy it from our VS Code. So from the VS Code, we can retrieve them and we can deploy it to our testing box. So these are the things that we will be discussing with. And coming to the course outline, so I'll be providing you some kind of assignments daily. So whenever we discuss a specific topic, I'll be giving you the assignments. So these assignments are nothing but they are kind of user stories. So in case if you want to get a kind of a project exposure, I can guarantee you that uh, within this course, I can't cover the entire velocity. I mean, it might be kind of bluffing you all that just within 20 or 30 hours, I'll just give you the whole experience of what is velocity and project experience. No, that is not going to happen. But the thing is, I'll be providing you certain assignments. So those assignments will help you to tackle um, high level designs. But let's say suppose if there is a user story that I'll be giving you as an assignment. But before giving you as an assignment, so in our class, so it will be like 10 minutes, it will be only theoretical, and remaining it will be practical, because the theoretical part, it won't help you in clearing out any kind of interviews, or else it won't be much helpful for you once you get into a project, right? So that is the reason why it is mostly focused on practical thing. So I'll be explaining you each and every term and how to pass the data from FlexCard to OmniScript and how to retrieve the data from the IP to FlexCards. So we will be discussing about all the connectivity properly. Because if I tell you about a single component, it won't help you much. I need to explain you how to connect this data source to this FlexCards and OmniScripts. Then only you can easily grab the functionality properly. So this is what we are planning. So any doubts?
So Manoj, I have one question. If in healthcare domain, Velocity provides some standard objects, right, to use.
Yes.
So if we are using Omni Studio in other industries, like you say, automotive or communications, so each type of industry, does Velocity provides the standard objects for each separate industry, or just for the healthcare?
So when it comes to the healthcare, it is going to provide, every industry will be having a different data models, right? So the thing
Correct,
is,
correct,
we are supposed to display the data. I mean, these are the components which are common across all the Omnis Studio. Irrespective
correct,
of
correct.
whatever the industry it is, So, anyways,
Hmm.
we'll be discussing about the core concepts, the Omni Studio.
Hmm.
So within the
Hmm.
index cards, if your requirement is to display the patient details, so you will be displaying all of them.
Hmm.
Let's say I need to
Hmm.
have
Hmm.
patient first name, last name, and
Hmm.
what kind of slots that they have booked in future dates.
Hmm.
So all these things we have to
Hmm.
display it on the UI.
Hmm. Oh, uh, but let's say I was working on one project.
Mhm.
In healthcare, I think Velocity provides care program, enrollee care
Mhm.
program, these kind of standard objects, right?
Correct.
So, does Velocity provides these kind of standard objects on other industries as well? Means our account contact, these are the common objects on the base service cloud. But over to that, if we add on it to the Velocity, so does it provide these such kind of standard objects in different domains as well or not?
So I'll tell you one thing.
Okay.
So if you can see this, so here you can see that what are the packages that are installed here. So you can just see it over here. So if you take a look at this, so here it is a Velocity CMT, which is nothing but the communication cloud. So on
Hmm.
Salesforce, we are installing the package on it. So if it is a health cloud, we will be having the health cloud package over here. And
Okay. Okay.
you are aware of the packages, right? So this is the package.
Yes. Yes.
And
Hmm.
what are the objects or else fields and other functionalities that we do have. So it has a namespace prefix. So using the
Okay.
namespace prefix, we can identify what kind of objects that we are getting it as part of this package.
Okay. 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 Got
So
it. Got it.
if you can see this, so this is something that we haven't created anything. It is a part of the package.
Hmm.
So you can see the namespace.
Yeah.
This
So
is
once we will get the Velocity licensed, automatically we will be getting this package install, and will along with that we will be getting the required objects as well.
Mhm. The thing is, Salesforce is we have a very tight security on our data. If you just take a look
Correct.
at the Salesforce, so whatever the Salesforce,
Hmm.
so it is highly secure. On top of it,
Correct.
and Velocity is not that much secure. I mean, earlier it was not that much secure. Salesforce is acquired,
Hmm.
and whatever the data that we are getting it from the Velocity, and it was installed it, and we are just installed it as part of a package.
Hmm.
So you can see all the data model is already existing. So we don't need to create everything from scratch. So you can see everything is a custom.
Okay. 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 Okay.
So this is why we call it as industry specific solution.
Hmm.
Whatever it is. Even if it is a healthcare, you can just see what kind of objects that it is going to provide.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay. So if suppose this object has a namespace prefix as velocity cmt
mm,
underscore the required name according to our requirement, so
mm,
we can identify that these objects are the custom objects, but they are provided into the
mm,
package from Salesforce, right?
right. The velocity package, we have installed it on top of Salesforce.
Okay. 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 Got it. Got it.
And you can see the apps, tabs, and objects. So we do have 384 objects. Even in case if you are going to get the healthcare or else a public sector cloud, so you can just see what kind of
Mm-hmm.
you're getting it in your object manager.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Any doubts, Baji and Pavani?
Not even.
Okay. So this is the course content. So I'm very much clear. So coming to the assignments, I'll be providing you the user stories. So the more user stories that you're going to do and complete it within the time, I'll be providing you more and more scenarios. But in case if I don't feel like that you are not I mean, it applies to all. In case if all three are not that much involving in completing the assignments on time, so it's like I won't be giving you much more in that. In case if you want to have a hands-on experience on more scenarios, so you need to complete within the time. So I'll be explaining each and everything. So how to pass the data from LWC to OmniScripts and from all the high-level solutions that we will be discussing here. But I'm pretty much clear that from the session you won't be getting that much. The only thing is because you are all newbies, and it will be foolish to say that if I'm having 5 years experience, I'll be giving you within 20 hours. I can provide you the 3 hours. I mean, 5 years experience, I can't provide you within those 20 hours. So, but all the user stories, with the user stories, you can just make yourself like much more competent in it to understand the functionalities. So all three of you are newbie to Velocity, so it's fine. So we will be starting everything from scratch, and at the end we will be discussing about all the high level designs and all the high level solution implementations. So this is what I can guarantee you. So apart from that, anyone else want to have any? Do you have any kind of requirements?
Um, no, Manoj. So at the end, we will get one project to implement, right? Full project.
All the user stories. So I don't say
Okay.
that project is nothing but kind of all the user stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
I'll be giving you the user stories. So you can just work on them.
Okay.
I think do these user stories tie to each other as an end-to-end implementation? I think that was the question.
Yes. Anything else from your side, Pavni?
No, Manoj.
Okay. Uh,
So if we want to start, Manoj, so what will be about our timing of daily class?
uh, I'll discuss with the management,
Okay, okay,
but we'll start it as soon as possible, as early as possible.
okay,
Baji, is it clear
okay.
for you? Or else do you have any more questions?
No, I have some questions related, like, is it only these in the initial slide that you have mentioned, are those the only topics that you're going to cover, or are there any other additional topics which are related to along with those topics will you be covering? Because I think like they are a little bit less compared to what I was expecting.
Sorry, Baji. So what
And
kind of additional topics that you are looking for?
like any kind of I think somewhere I saw related to these order related journeys as well, something like that. In
Order
conclusion,
management.
yeah, correct. Because I think mostly in a communications cloud, because I have been in mainly telecom domain,
Mm.
so these are used mainly for the order journeys. So such kind of do you also do those?
Yeah, we do provide training on order management, but that is not included as part of this curriculum. But anyway, something which is, I mean, it's totally a different topic. Let's say we do have within the Salesforce, we have admin and development in the same way. In Velocity, when it comes to the telecom domain, so Omni Studio, it is common across all the industries. Whether if it is insurance, public sector, whatever it is common. In case if we want to progress more on telecom domain, so we need to first go with the EPC, which is Enterprise Product Catalog.
Correct.
Once we are done with the Enterprise Product Catalog, we are supposed to discuss about the CPQ.
Mhm,
So after this too, we will be starting the order management.
mhm.
If I'm not wrong, OMS comes with a Commerce Cloud, right? Or
No,
no?
no again.
Okay.
And this order management, you won't be getting it in other domains like insurance or else in uh, healthcare. You won't be getting this. Only in telecom domain, you
Hmm.
will the CPQ and order management.
Okay.
So that's why I just asked in the beginning that into which domain that you are into a project. I mean, currently, if you are working in a project, so what kind of domain on which you are working currently? So that's why I just asked each one of you. Uh, in case if you want to learn order management, it's kind of a separate one, Baji.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is mostly focus. So here we are mostly focusing on Omni Studio, and that too we are implementing. We are going to implement on the telecom domain. So I'll be providing you all the all the Trilog accesses. So you can just work on them. Along with that, I'll be giving you the notes. So yeah, mostly I'll be giving you 100% from whatever the things that I can give it from my side.
Okay, so could you give a bit more if you have any notes related to this curriculum apart from those just those topics being mentioned over there? Do you have some kind of extra notes or any kind of page that we can access to see the end-to-end curriculum?
Notes in the sense I'll be providing you within this PPT. So where we will be discussing about the JSON structure and all these things. So this anyways I'll be sharing with you. No worries.
Uh, yeah. Yeah. Thanks so much. Thanks for clarifying.
Okay. If anyone doesn't have any doubts, we are good to close this call.
Thanks,
Okay.
Manoj.
Thanks for
Yeah,
joining.
thank you, Manoj.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.
Bye bye.